Hi everybody, Greg from BigRowTravels, and I got one more for you today. It's on the IHG credit card. Now, I know people are in love with this card. They just rave about this card. Me, not so much. I don't have it, and I don't recommend any branded credit cards, period. Let me tell you why. Now, IHG had this 5 nights up to 60,000 point certificate where you could stay in a hotel. Well, okay, it ended. And so now it's back to this 140,000 points, right? Okay, if the credit card was worth 60,000 points per night times 5 or 300,000 points, as they claim, then why not just give me the 300,000 points? Why give me certificates for 60,000 points for 5 nights? Just give me the 300,000 points in my bank and let me spend them according to my preferences and wish, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Give me the 300,000, put them in my bank, and tell me what properties I can use them at, similar to Hyatt, right? You have a category. These points that we will give you can be used at a certain category, but just put the 300,000 in my bank. Maybe I can use it on 20 stays, right? And that's why they don't give you the 300,000 points, right? Because they've already figured for you to get to a place and use these certificates, it's gonna be really an undertaking unless you're a world traveler. Now, here's another thing about the IHG card. Everybody raves about this 4th night free, okay? Here's how you operate with IHG. You get a credit card where you can transfer points to IHG, okay? Chase, Sapphire, Reserve, Chase, Sapphire, Preferred. However, you do not, under any circumstances, transfer Chase points to IHG. Now, here's what you do to get IHG points. You buy IHG points when they have that 100% bonus sale. You buy the max. That's how you get IHG points. You don't ever transfer Chase, Ultimate Rewards points to IHG. You don't ever do that. Okay, that's non-negotiable. Okay, here's another way you earn them. They have bonuses that I've already talked about in another video. You maximize those bonuses. Now, they're gonna have some at the end of the year. There's articles out there that tells you predictability studies that tell you when they normally offer these bonuses, okay? One of the reasons you wanna try to travel to capitalize on those bonuses is because now you're looking at boosting your equal qualifying nights, right? Let me give you an example. Last October, they came out with a 14-day promotion where they would double the equal qualifying nights if you stayed 14 days. Well, you guessed it, we stayed 14 nights. We got credit for 28. That gave us our 40 nights, and we were able to get that lounge benefit, that club lounge benefit. Now, we got that in December because you have to check out by December the 31st, right? That's your checkout date. So when we got that, then we were prepared for Southeast Asia, and we left a couple weeks later in January, okay? And we were able to use it, and we've had a great time. Crown Plaza, Kuala Lumpur, brand new hotel, beautiful. And they got another, the Intercontinental over there, beautiful, okay? And let me tell you what I did. I purchased the Ambassador through Intercontinental IHG. I just bought the Ambassador. It was $200 last year. I didn't have to get the IHG credit card. I got status. I've gotten status all over Asia and Southeast Asia, just being ambassador, okay? Even in the States, I got some credit. So I didn't need a 524 slot for a branded IHG credit card that doesn't have any transferable currency. All it has is where I can earn IHG points. Well, it's not sufficient for me, because what if I want to get a Bilt card, right? What if I want to get a Chase Ink card, right? There's going to be some incredible offers, 100,000 points, 150, 175,000, and I need slots available. I need space available in my wallet for a particular card, and I'll probably get one this fall, this October, November, December. I'll probably get one, but I'll look at my credit report. I'll see how many slots I have open and when something is dropping off, and then I know when I can apply for the credit card. You have to have a strategy here, okay? Particularly those of you that are new. Now, the veterans, they already know the game, but for you newbies, you can only have 5 credit cards within the last 2 years, 24 months. That's the 524 rule. Now, all the veterans know about it. In fact, we wake up in our sleep thinking about it. Now, your business credit cards are not supposed to count against the Chase 524 rule. It just depends on what day of the week it is and what month it is, if Chase is going to count it against you. Some people say they got 7 and 24, some say 8. You hear all kind of stories, but the rule is 524. So I just abide by the rules. That way I don't run into any problems or get my expectations up too high. Here's the other thing you want to think about. If you get the ambassador, it's $225, okay? The ambassador, you go to Intercontinental, you pay for the ambassador. They're going to give you a buy one, get one free. And you got to use it at an Intercontinental. Now, those Intercontinentals are going to be $300, $400, $500 a night. Okay, that's just the reality of it. And they're going to maybe upcharge it a little bit. So that $300 room will probably come out after taxes to be $400, fees and taxes. So you're basically paying $200 a night to stay at a nice hotel. You don't have to use it. I didn't use the one I had last year because where I was staying, it expires July 31st. Or was it June? I think it was June 30th, mine's expired. So I went and re-upped, got the ambassador. Again, it's $125 this year. It went up $25. That's fine by me. It's better than having a credit card slot. And let me tell you, I'm going to be IHG Diamond and I'm going to have ambassador. And I have heard mixed reports that some people that have ambassador get better suite upgrades than people that are diamond. Now that's what I've read on Reddit. That's what I've seen on the tube. And so what this tells me from my own experience having ambassador and being platinum elite, which you get with ambassador, which is why I didn't need to get the credit card. The credit card gives you platinum elite. Paying $200 or $225 now for the ambassador certificate through IHG and Intercontinental, you get platinum elite status automatic at $225 without using a 524 slot. I mean, why would I get a credit card to get platinum elite status when I can pay $225 and get platinum elite status and get suite upgrades, okay? So that was my thinking on it, and so I didn't get the IHG credit card, don't have it, and don't have any plans on getting it. But every hotel we went to, thank you for being a Platinum Elite member. Thank you for having an ambassador. Thank you for this, thank you for that. So now when I get Diamond and I have ambassador, I'll report back if there's a difference in the treatment, right? So I will know if I'm able to max out under, because when you go to these hotels, they'll say, welcome for being this, welcome for being that, and I'll just listen to hear what they say to me different at various hotels around the world. Another thing is you have natural spend at these hotels. You're earning points per dollar. You're earning points per dollar with your own major credit card. Whatever you use to pay for these hotels, you're earning points. With IHG, it's better to buy their points than it is to try to earn their points. The only way I would say really go out of your way to try to earn their points is if it's a bonus or they're given 5 equal qualifying nights and they're gonna count as 10, right? That's a good deal because they're doubling the equal qualifying nights and they get you closer to these milestone rewards where you can claim 5 food credits or 10,000 points, or 5,000 points. That's how you kind of catch up on those points. When they run these promos, right, and I've mentioned this before, I kind of view it like Cinderella, right? My foot has to fit in that glass slipper, right? And so I make sure that we stay flexible, where when they come up with a promo, we can travel wherever we want. Normally they'll have one somewhere in the world where we are, and then we try to maximize and go get it. We go get it. And like we're in Bangkok, Thailand right now, and there are promos here that apply all over the world. Some hotel chains have them specific for certain areas of the world that you may be in. And so we look at that, and if it's a great deal and we want to go there anyway, and it's no difference in being here than being in Kuala Lumpur or Jakarta or Phnom Penh or Manila, you know, or Da Nang or wherever, we stay there. Another thing too, have a couple hotel loyalty programs in your back pocket. Have 2, I recommend have about 3, maybe even 4. Because certain hotels don't have a footprint in certain countries and certain cities, and you don't want to be stuck. Okay, I'll give you an example. We're staying at a Wyndham in Phnom Penh. Now that's providing it ain't a full-fledged war between Cambodia and Thailand. Hopefully they'll work this thing out. And just to let you know, there's nothing happening in Bangkok. I think 90% of the people here don't even know that they're fighting in Bangkok. This is so far from where they're fighting. And the people here in Thailand are used to this. This has been their life for a long time. And so they just, it's like 2 cousins fighting, you know. And so they fight and fight and fight, and you can't break them up, they just fight. So, so hopefully it'll be resolved. But I think all these countries realize you don't want to affect tourism. So you might not can take the bus to go across land borders. I wouldn't recommend anybody take a bus, but you can probably fly into these cities. You know, you can fly in, that plane's gonna be hopefully flying at 40,000 feet or 35,000 feet. And so, or they'll go around that route to avoid any problems. So I think commerce and trade and travel will still be going on, but we gotta keep up with current events just to see. So that's my tip on the IHG. I would not get this credit card, particularly now that it's at 140,000 points. If they come back and offer 300,000 points, I'll apply for it. And they can put it in my bank and let me use it how I want. I'll apply for that one, but not the 5 60-night point credit for rooms. I don't want that one, because I want to be able to use the points how I want to use them, not how you want me to. If you give them to me, let me use them the way I want. And so you just set how many points you charge them per night for the hotel, give me the whole 300,000 points, and then I'll use them as I see fit. So I'm not big on these branded credit cards. I haven't seen one yet that impresses me. I know people are talking about the United card and this and that. I haven't read over that one yet, but I talked to a pilot of 35 years and asked him, did he have loyalty to any airline? He told me no, not even the one he worked for. And I asked him why, and he said, you know, modern day aviation, most of the airlines are pretty good. He said, there's a few that aren't that good. He said, but most of them are pretty good. And he said, we just fly based on the type airplane, the best price, our schedule. And he said, I look at the safety record and the type airplane we're flying on, and he said, that's it. He said, other than that, he said, I'm not loyal to any of them. I don't have any of their credit cards. He said, not even the one he worked for. And I'm not even gonna tell you who he worked for. It was a major one, but that's what he told me. I'm gonna take that to the bank until someone can prove something to me different. Now, if you're living in a city with a hub and there's a benefit to you, hey, great. I even had the Frontier Pass for a while because I was flying back and forth to San Diego to see my mom, and to Detroit and to Atlanta, Georgia, and they fly to all those cities. And so I had that pass for a while and I was using it. So sometimes, you know, there are certain things that can benefit you. And if these credit cards benefit you and you're able to maximize, because, you know, you got to check your own oil. If you're able to maximize, then great. But for you beginners running out here getting an IHG card because they say they're going to give you this, or the Hyatt card because they say they're going to give you that, or the United card, don't do that. Get you a premium credit card. Apply for that Chase Sapphire Preferred, right? The Built MasterCard. You can transfer your points to Hyatt. Do not transfer points from one of those cards to IHG. Buy the IHG points, okay? They should be on sale most of the time. Buy those points, okay? Otherwise, look for the bonus where you can take your stay. You know, of course, you got to be a member and have a membership number. Make sure you always are either going through the app or having a hotel put your membership number in there. And then that way you can build like that, okay? And leave yourself a slot open for when a major credit card deal drops, you can get into the points and miles game big time, because then you can spend that $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 on natural spend, or even taxes, or some manufactured spend if you have to. And then you come away with 100,000, 150,000, 175,000 points. And you haven't spent $16,000 trying to get the Hyatt card or the IHG card, $7,000, $8,000 for 569 point certificates. No. These cards can improve, and when they improve, I'll let you know. Greg from BigRowTravels. Take care, be safe, but go somewhere. Go visit somewhere, get a break from the stresses of life, and hopefully, you know, the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.